On Friday, Tucker Carlson took a shot at M&M's. No, not M&M the rapper, but the actual chocolate candy, or chocolate with the candy shell, I should say. Now, the company behind M&M's, Mars, decided to make a few changes to the brand, to the characters, and of course, Tucker Carlson, who has the highest rated cable news show on or in the United States, did a segment about it.
The other big change is that the brown M&M has, quote, transitioned from high stilettos to lower block heels. Also less sexy. That's progress. M&Ms will not be satisfied until every last cartoon character is deeply unappealing and totally androgynous. Until the moment you wouldn't want to have a drink with any one of them. That's the goal. When you're totally turned off, we've achieved equity. They've won. And actually, if you look at him, the orange M&M does appear very anxious. Maybe he doesn't like all the ugly new shoes he sees around him. Maybe he liked the sexy boots. Maybe the orange M&M is a secret sexist himself.
He does know that he's talking about candy, right? Candy. I mean, like, okay, like, insanity aside, why is he even talking about this? Why are we having a conversation about how sexy our candy is? Why? Does anybody else find this super bizarre? What? Nobody actually cared about this. Nobody actually cared about this. But here it is. It's part of the culture wars. And since it's part of the culture wars, here we are. I got to talk about it. So now here's the thing, though. So Tucker Carlson has taken this non-issue and turned it into an issue. And now his audience is mad that they cannot fap to candy characters because they're not sexy enough. No, I don't want to have a drink with candy mascots. I never wanted to drink with candy mascots. And no, I don't want them to be sexy. I don't want sexy candy. Who wants sexy candy? So why bring it up? You might ask me why I'm even covering this. Well, because here's the thing. Again, culture war issue, right? And number two, he avoids real criticism of corporations. And this is something that Tucker Carlson always does. So Tucker Carlson will take some nonsense issue about corporate America and say, oh, this is a problem. This is a problem with corporations. No, it's actually not. Corporations going woke is not an issue. It's not a real concern. Because corporations understand that, yes, this is about imaging, this is about PR, but ultimately it comes down to sales, right? And when you have this good PR, what they're trying to do, what Mars trying to do, is they're changing their candies up. Nobody asked for it, for one. Nobody really cared. Nobody cared about the candy. Nobody made an outrage about this. It's the same thing with, what was formerly, Aunt Jemima, which is now like Pearl Milling or something like that. Nobody had an issue with this. This was not on mainstream, leftists weren't lining up to say, how dare you have this sexy candy? Let's turn it all into non-sexy candy. Because that's equality. No, it's not what we're doing. The reality here is that what Mars is trying to do is trying to deflect. What did Mars do? Well, Mars is in trouble for child slavery. They're facing a lawsuit. And so, look, again, this is not trying to appeal to the so-called woke crowd. They're trying to ignore the fact, or to get people to forget the fact that they are being sued for working children. Okay? In fact, Nestle, Cargill, Barry Callebaut, Mars, Olam, Hershey, and Mondelez were all named as defendants in a 2021 lawsuit filed in Washington, D.C. by the human rights firm International Rights Advocates on behalf of 8 former child slaves who said that they were forced to work without pay on cocoa plantations in the Ivory Coast. The plaintiffs, all who were originally from Mali, are now young adults, are seeking damages for forced labor and further compensation for unjust enrichment, negligent supervision, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Now, Did Tucker Carlson, did he have a problem with that? Did he attack corporations for using alleged child labor? And again, the Ivory Coast makes about 40% of the world's chocolate. And so, their cocoa production. And so that's a real issue. That's a significant issue. There's stories of corporate exploitation going on right now. And the highest rated television show in the country didn't even take that corporation to task for child slavery. I thought they cared about the children. I thought they were all about protecting the children from exploitation. QAnon, where are you? Yeah, I know it's not sex trafficking, but I know why. I know why they're not talking about it. Because these are black kids. And because it's corporations. Exploiting these children for money, totally A-okay. But how dare you? How dare you make my M&M less sexy? Damn it. How am I going to get off now? I just can't. I can't. I don't know, maybe do it like a normal person and stop looking for brands and candy to be sexy. And by the way, you know what's actually really sexy? Not exploiting your workers. Why don't they try to do that?